Type the bell. Thanks for watching as always. All right, so I'm going to talk about this done headless angel thing that they're projecting on the masses for mass formation. Look up mass formation so you understand the mind control spells they're putting on people and people don't even know it. That's the point of the visuals. The tell lie vision tells a lie to your vision. Okay? Television? Television. They're telling you a vision that they need for you to understand. But what kind of vision are they telling you? Now I'm finna go southern. Tell lie vision. They're telling a lie to your vision. Okay? So it says here, these people are demonic. This is evil. What a kick in the face of the athletes who trained their whole lives to be here using their hard work to push this satanic agenda. What's the Luciferian agenda? It's the oligarch agenda. It's the manipulation agenda. It's the game called life agenda to keep you here, because as long as you're on low frequency, low vibration, you'll never come to the understanding of who you actually are, that you're an eternal being, that you are one. All of us actually are made of the same substance in the game. And this game is a game that comes from the mind that we see out of our eyes, which is a dream. But the dream is so real. The holograms are so real. You might as well be on Star Trek, the holographic room, because that's what we're in. Just like with Jim Carrey when he was on the movie. What was the movie? Named after a president. I forgot the name of the video. Put it down below for me, subscriber. What is it called? Anyway, so that story is about him being inside of a dome, but there was another world outside of the world that he was in. Just like Hunger Games, the table that they're sitting around, all of this is just projection, holographic. They use your mind. That's why they want to put a chip in people's mind or behind their ear, Neuralink. I don't know if they're going to use Neuralink, but, because, Elon Musk upset right now about his son wanting to be a girl and going into the trans movement thing, and he's a little pissed off right now, so he may not do it exactly in the timely manner that they want him to do it. And then you got Trump not being obedient to the oligarchs the way they want him to, so he's trying to snipe him out. And then you got Kamala and Walls out here dancing around, hackling around like some damn jokers in the game. I mean, looking silly because they're diabolical. When you see people laughing a lot, they're not laughing because anything's funny. They're in a whole nother psychotic world. They're literally laughing about, like the Joker, laughing about the devastation that their part will bring upon you if you allow it. It's only if you allow it. They know you got life and death in the power of your tongue. But they don't know that you can use it. Now, why do you have life in your tongue? Because when you get really serious about something, you speak something, it manifests. It has nothing to do with what you read out any book. It's just something that was noticed and was noted by the pen of man. And if you didn't see it get wrote, you can't say who was wrote by, no matter what your heart says, because our heart's supposed to be deceitfully wicked above all things. Okay? That's why when you think that you've completely changed, you have not changed, because your program hasn't been broken. The only way the program can be broken is if you come up out of the dream, come up out of the game like Jim Carrey did with in the movie. What is Jim Carrey's movie called? Truman, The Truman Show. A true man. He became a true man. You become a true man or a true woman, a man with a womb, if you just stop playing the game. And they did everything in that movie to prevent him from just simply accepting that he's noticing things aren't what they seem to be. Like the light Sirius fell from the ceiling. Is a light in the top of the dome. In that movie, it was clearly letting you know, hey, this is a simulation. We're going to put it in your face. Hee hee ha ha. It's above your belief system. It's above what you would. It would just hurt to have to let go of everything you know other than being truthful about everything that you're noticing. Just to be truthful. I dare anybody to ask themselves, am I in a game? Is this a hologram? Am I in a dream? Is everything one? Why am I here, self? And self probably say, because you choosing not to leave. And it's not about dying, because we never die. It's about breaking the contract of dumbness. The contract is you saying, I'm here for a purpose and a reason. And you're not. Somehow we got here, y'all. Once you get out of the firmament and the dome, then you'll completely understand it. However, no one has gotten out of the firmament and told about it. No, not one. I don't know anybody. Near death experience does not mean you're out of the dome. Okay? It just doesn't. And those folks who have, I applaud you. I applaud you. I applaud you. But going to heaven and going to Hades or hell is not out the dome. It's not. You're still in the game. The Elohim of the heavens, he's in the game. Enlil, Yahweh, he's still in the game. They love the game. Inky, all the characters, they're in the game. The people that genoed us, they're in the game. What did they genome? They genoed the body. They didn't genome your eternal spirit because they can't genome something they are. You can't genome a spirit because you're the spirit. They are the same. I mean, you can't genome who you are. We're made of the same essence. So how can they be better than us if we're all the same essence? They're not, but they're going to have you to serve them and worship them and tremble before them and say they good all the time, whether they good all the time or not. Don't they say it? Won't he do it? They say, oh, he's good all the time. He's good all the time. Now, this may offend you, but he's only good all the time because you derive him as being good all the time. She's only good all the time because you derive her being good all the time. It doesn't matter if he or she is good all the time. What matters is if you understanding that you don't supposed to be leaning to other folks' understanding. You're supposed to be going within to get some understanding. See, some folks say, oh, he or she won't ever let me down. The reason I say he or she is because there are some folks that believe in the Tiamat, and there's some folks that believe in Enlil, and they have different names now. They're called, well, they say Mary. I shouldn't say Madonna. It's different names now. For lack of knowledge, what it say? People perish. Why? Because they cast off restraint. That's what it says. The writer letting you know, trust not man. They tell you don't trust man. And if man pens something, don't trust it. This is the reason why they do visuals right now, because a lot of people don't read. They're doing visuals because people don't read these days. I read, but a lot of people don't read. They do visuals. Visuals easier. There are 4 learning styles, okay? And so they have to fold in all of the learning styles. So let's go to the visual of this video without the sound right quick. So here you see a headless angel. And this definitely reminds me of, even though it's not what Beyonce does, it still reminds me of what she does. So this thing actually represents what they want for you to become. Okay? And they got both of them sitting here at the same time. I just did a video on that one. So this is inside the dome. This is those lights, those are the spirits of people. That's what it represents. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Y'all gotta get me to do it the getaway. All right. I didn't want the sound. So it looks like, oh, they're taking off the heads of angels, right? Well, that represents something, but we all supposed to be an angle in the game, or an angel in the game. An angle. Okay? And these are the spirits of people with the lights. And this is the hangman. Trayvon Martin reminded me of that. But now he's on the ground. They really playing. This looks like a continent. The whole United States. Looks like the continent of the whole United States. Or the whole game. Because this looks like, it's just like a continent. Flat plane existence. So the reason why the earth would be considered a flat plane is because just like in the Hunger Games, in the control room, the control room was made of a hologram. It almost looked like water and ice, but it was bluish, whitish. It represents that, where a flat plane is where a chessboard is. Okay. All of these lights in this thing right here, I don't know if y'all can see my mouse. You probably can't. But these are the players inside of the dome game that we live in. And that's what you are. You're a light. You're a light. Okay? Well, you do good or bad all the time. That's not my issue. So Beyonce always does this. Look at this. This is the cube floor. That's what was in the Hunger Game. The guy had a cube machine. He was over a certain part of the game. So let me move off her. She just does a lot of stuff for her reincarnation so she can come back. But they do these prominent things so that they are able to come back in the game with prominence. Okay? She's called Queen Bee. It's because bees vibrate at a high level. Even though she's not vibrating at a high level, Sasha Fierce is who controls her. That's the walk-in she has, the possession she has. So when you permit people to walk into you, do movies, you're just a puppet sharing your shell. And these beings that's been here are aware of the game longer. They can definitely move you to the side. So be careful with these ancestor spirits and these, I'm gonna say it, these holy spirits. Stand in you, people. Stand in you. Stand in you. Now, some spirit that may be of a high vibration, let's say the Holy Spirit, a high vibration than a low vibrating spirit, well, you still need to stand in you. You still need to accept and love you in the game so that you can just deal with why did you know, there's nothing you can do about why you let yourself come here, because you'll find it out once you're done with the game. But just accepting the game, don't hate the game, finish the game, not being under anybody's authority. That's the challenge. The challenge is not being under anybody's authority, not letting your mind be under the authority of anybody, because they want to take your mind. That headless thing, they want to take your mind for sure. So let's look at the headless little being thing. Okay, let's go back so y'all can see it, how unglorious it is. I was being sarcastic, say glorious, but I'm just being mean. Okay, she's always doing something silly, but she's not there half the time. Maybe actually a clone. They project things in the public's face. What's she trying to do? Promote bestiality? Just saying. Don't even look like her. Yeah. So, Oldham has many names and is good. Let's scroll that up. And is the god of both wrath, war, and death. I'm just reading all wrong this morning. Odin has many names and is the god of both war and death. So they're trying to say, oh baby, World War III on its way, death, gloom, another pow coming. Oh no, we might just spray the sky. Oh, y'all gonna have rashes like the Revelation says. We don't have to. If enough people just accept the fact that this is part of the game. I got a video out there. Go watch it. Have I put it out, posted out yet? Go watch it. I'm talking about how Nintendo Switch, how to process the paperwork in the Nintendo Switch work, the notations, the directions in Nintendo Switch, how when they give you games, they give you little booklets, and those booklets give you pretty much the overall concept of what to do in the game. That's what books are for, that are penned by men. Now, if the book was not penned by a man and you can physically say, I saw a finger of an unseen one write this book, then I can respect that. But if you're telling me that man penned this book, and man, copyrighted this book, and man rewrote this book, and man did it, and then you want to turn around and say God did it, you a lie and the truth not in you. You're a lie. You're a liar. You're a liar. Because you're putting your trust in men. And in any of these books, they'll tell you, don't put your trust in man. They tell you, so then they'll say, aha, we already told them, don't put your trust in man. We told them to get knowledge. If they don't get knowledge, you're going to perish. They tell you. The writers tell you. You got to get knowledge. This is what all the knowledge I need is right here. No, play the game the way they want you to play the game, that's all the knowledge you need is in those books. Whether it's the Muslim book, whether it's the Jewish book, whether it's the Hebrew book, whether it's the Christian book, whether it's the Catholic book, did I say that? Whether it's any other occultic book, whether it's some guru book, whether it's some book that tells you to worship some angel or worship some whatever God or Elohim, because you don't know why Noah was saved from the deluge, and why did Noah come out, like the book of Yashar says, Noah came out of the womb shining, and they thought he was an Ajiji, which is not a demigod, but they're like lesser gods. melanated beings in the game that got in trouble because they saw that Inky's son Marduk, which now they call him Ra, was marrying into the human race that got created by the genome in the laboratory that was in the garden with Enlil and his wife Inky, Gino. They were offended, fell from the state that they were in, because they were like, well, if he can do it and he's supposed to be the son of Inky, who's supposed to be supposedly supposed to be a god, then we don't see why we can't get no wife. We had no women. We want women too. We human. We're men. They were men, but they were at an angle, and they lowered their angle to be able to deal with the women that were angled less than them. So they were angels dealing with angels who were of a lesser state. Are humans angels? Yes, humans are angels because we're in the angle of the game. And your Geno at a certain degree in the game. And these folks that think they divine nine and all this, y'all divine nine, all right, 333. Spirit, soul, body, you're locked into the game at a 9 degree. So low level. So low level. But to each his own. Half of the warriors who died in battle are taken to his hall of Valhalla. He is the one-eyed All-Father who sacrifices eye in order to see everything that happens in the world. Reminds me of that. Interesting. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Okay, so let's look at some more. You know, they talk about the one-eyed devil. The old folks used to say, the one-eyed devil. That television. The one-eyed devil, the ABC, one-eyed devil. Anytime you see a one eye, that's who they're representing. We're going to also talk about here in the United States who also honoring this one-eyed father, okay, this psyops to the mind, okay. Odin is the god of war and of the dead. He rules over Valhalla, the hall of the slain. All Vikings who died in battle belonged to him. There were collected by his female handmaids, the Valkyries. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Odin was first and foremost worshipped by kings, warrior, chieftains, and their men. Kings of the earth. Interesting. So, remember, we supposed to be angels, so that's a headless angel right there. So somebody wanted to kill somebody, sound like it, and they want to do it through war. But also, it's like they want to take away the minds of humans. You know, I know there's this thing about cutting off the heads, but it's something worse than cutting off the head. It's when you can take the mind of a person and trap them inside of the game through the mind. That's worse than removing the head, because now the person has no way of getting out of their mind. They've gone out of their mind, but they're now out of their mind. Interesting. Odin was a pan-Germanic god known as Wotan, Odin, across northern Europe before the conversion to Christianity. Although belief in the Norse god probably continued in remote areas for some time, Odin, the king of gods, was associated with war and the dead. Who is stronger, Odin or Zeus? So while Zeus' best feat is defeating a mountain-sized monster, Odin's best feat is defeating a monster as big as 9 worlds. And I just say Divine 9. Divine 9, y'all better get yourselves out of them rituals and denounce it and go to somebody on a higher angle, someone on a higher frequency, and let go of the lower frequency. Y'all gonna be in trouble. Divine 9 that's helping Kamala, AKAs, and other ones. Y'all ain't gonna be in trouble because y'all worshiping 2 people in this game. Possibly 3. Because you got 333, which is that 9. Odin outcasts Zeus in intelligence, versatility, strength, and weapons. Zeus simply can't compete. The winner is Odin, all father of Asher. So Zeus would be Enki, which would be Jesus, which would be Isis, which so this is the thing. He's saying you can't beat me. So there are family members who are Anunnaki. Listen, listen, listen. There are Anunnakis who have changed names because Anu told them through passage of time, always change the names in the game so that people won't figure out who you are. Okay, so anybody that's serving any god inside of this game, they're not really gods, or they're of the same. We're all one. We're made of the same substance, which is energy, frequency. And once you submit yourself under one of these gods or goddesses, which they aren't, but let's just call it that, because they have dogma. Remember Toto? I don't know if I said in this video, God, dog. That's duality. If you know duality, go look into it. As above, so beneath. Anything, everything, always duality. Everything, black and white, everything. Not for division, but for understanding that things are different, but things yet are the same. Okay. So Toto and the Wizard of Oz, which was talking about money, gold, pulled back the veil, the kryptonite veil, which was green, saw the guy who was acting like he was a green gray, an alien, like Elon Musk, the big head, the mind thing, the chip behind the ear thing that he's advocating. Anyway, let's stay focused here. He pulls the veil back, but who pulls the veil back? The dog does. He's supposed to be the Lord of all, right? However, he had enough understanding to pull back the curtain while they begging the smoke and the fire and the green face up there, looking at a holographic image, a big head that did not have a body. Hello, 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 a big head with no body. Just like everybody seeing this thing beside the moon, a big old face is up there. That's a hologram, baby. That's a hologram. It's blue beam technology. Okay, that Hillary so gloriously said that if she could get some folks in some camps, that definitely would be some shows going on. She's a trip. All right, so let's continue. Y'all, look, understanding this stuff isn't hard. It's just you just gotta be willing to just gather. Okay. Norse god of myths. So myths pretty much are just part of the game we live in. All things that you read about are myths. They just change the names. So as a supreme warrior, for those people like me highlighting, I had somebody ask me to highlight for them. As a supreme warrior and slayer of the ice giants, he is a force to behold. King Odin raised a son named Thor. See these names, boy. Thor. Ha 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 ha. That sounds like Enlil. With whom he defends their godly realm against the threats of planetary, cosmic, and sometimes even familiar, like family. So there's a infighting of the Anunnaki. Go look them up. Sumerian text. Just look them up. Type in Enlil is Yahweh. Enlil is Yahweh. Yahweh. And you'll see a melanated quote unquote God, because that's who's in the game as God. He sits in the clouds. He was given dominion over the clouds. And then you got another, there's probably other domes, and inside on the outer of the domes on this flat game that we're playing inside this game, there's another outer dome, that's oldest dome, and that dome is probably where Nibiru is, and Nibiru is where all of them originally come from. It's not deep in space. It's just through portals. It's through water walls. Okay, we're 70% water, so that means that yes, you could go there if you knew, but who want to go there with all them giants? Anyway. They still in time probably will come this way like they always have. When they come this way, that's when the earth floods from within. Water from within the earth comes out the earth, because there are those people who actually hide themselves in the clefts of rocks or hide themselves in the earth when trouble comes, because there are bases in the earth that go straight across America to other countries. Anyway, y'all, it's just way deeper than you think. Because some people here to say, oh, you're just psychotic, oh, you're a sociopath, oh, blah, 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 blah. And you want to say, poor soul, lack of knowledge. You so deep in the dream. You so deep in the dream. You so deep into the drinking the holographic Kool-Aid. I just don't know what to tell you, baby. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just out here trying to drop this truth. The truth is what? You're not who you think you are. You should never be subjecting yourself to be under anybody made out of the same substance you're made out of. You should never be looking up to people. You should never be looking up to beings. You should never be looking up to gods and goddesses. They're family. They know that. But as long as you're acting like a baby, wank, and never maturing, and never saying, you know what, I hate no one. I hate none of these characters. I don't hate Enki. I don't hate Enlil. Okay, Yahweh, Zeus. I hate none of these people. But familiar, right here. Anyway. So, okay, planetary, cosmic threats, okay? So now they're finna do something up in the sky. You know, I'm sure they're going to say, oh, you know, an asteroid. Oh, my goodness, we can't escape this one. And then they go out there and send something and do some, what do they call it? Composites. Because, you know, since we ain't been back to the moon. Since we haven't been back to the moon. If... Let me give you a simple example for those folks who believe we went to the moon. It's a satellite, actually, but I'm going to go along with it. We went to the moon, right? Okay. So let's say my husband said, I went to Mercedes-Benz and got you a Maybach. And I say, well, why do I need a Maybach? Why can't you get me one of those other cars that I can ride around anywhere without anybody thinking that I'm flossing? Because you don't want nobody thinking you got a whole bunch of money. And he'll say, well, that's what's out in the garage. So I go in the garage and I look and say, okay, I see a Mercedes-Benz. I see, okay, I don't see a Maybach. And he'll say, well, you know, I went there and got you a Maybach. And you say, well, it's okay that you give me a Maybach. Okay, go get me a Maybach now. Take this one back and go get me a Maybach. Then he come back with another vehicle, a different color, but looks just like that one. And you say, well, when am I going to get my Maybach? Not that I need it, but when am I going to get my Maybach? Because you want to verify whether he lying or not. You say I got a Maybach, I don't have a Maybach, even though I don't need it. Why you lying? Why you always lying? Huh? And he said, I'm not lying. 5 years passed. You know, give him time to, you know, get that credit past 700. What my Maybach? We don't make Maybachs no more. And the one that I was gonna get you, that Maybach, that style, you know, they don't do that no more. The only Maybachs you looking like, just go get me a Maybach. Just go back and get me a Maybach. Then he switched the whole story and say, you just want too much. I'm like, what the hell? You the one that told me to give me a Maybach? Just same thing with the moon. Why haven't we been back? Well, because the technology we had to go there, we ain't got it no more. But that was old technology, right? What those parts had? Revamp them, blow them off, chisel them, bring the people that do the steel work. Come in to fix this thing so we can go back there. But they want you to act like you're retarded. And then presenting me with all these composite pictures. Do y'all know what composites are? People just lie. They blatantly would just look at you and lie. And then they look and say, now look, we've told you this 20 times. Then you go look at the videos they be doing it in supposed outer space. They be having wires on their back. So if you're going to have wires on your back and you're using blue screen and green screen, and I catch you and I see footage of like y'all doing Hollywood. What the? No, you supposed to go into disbelief of yourself. You don't supposed to believe your lying eyes. See, we put too much trust in men because they want you to go into continence, dissonance, and say, no, that can't be true. Because then if that ain't true, then this ain't true. And if this ain't true and that ain't true, my whole life might not be true. Ah, you're finally waking up. Wait, if my life ain't true, what the hell am I doing here? How did I get here? How did I get out? If too many people freak out and say, you know what? Why am I here? Don't worry about why you're here. Just while you're here, don't live in fear. And don't believe everything that you hear or see. You got to verify. And the dinosaur news hate when folks say they gonna research. Why are they using research? Research? That's so stupid. I remember when this Don comedian, what his name is, long neck, little dress wearing ass, gonna say, laughing at because people are telling people y'all need to research. Like somehow you need a PhD in order to research. Ricky Smiley, that's his name. When are he gonna come out with his rainbow dress on? Huh? When you gonna come out, Ricky, with your rainbow dress on? I ask you, when you gonna come out with the plus plus plus? Because Sean Diddy Combs might as well just go ahead and throw his on. And Meek Mills and all the rest of them. Jay-Z, all the rest of them. Why? Because they are part of the agenda to destroy the GGs. Mm-hmm. The ones that, made it with the genoed females. Mm-hmm. That everybody criticizing it like they were demons. They weren't demons. They had bodies too, just like everybody else. They were working and helping to, what do they call it, where you traverse the earth, work the earth to get gold. Shit, they were tired of that. Coming down here, they left they planet and ain't got no wives. Now that he got upset because when they wanted women, they wanted wives because they were men. And they saw that these women that got genoed and got made in the laboratory in the garden, they were like, wait a minute. You letting your son marry one of these women? You letting Maduk marry one of these women? And we down here with no women. I'm gonna tell you, you can flip the whole world. If you tell a man that's ever had a woman, he can't have a woman, and he's ever had a woman, and you then took him away on a job, and now he has no joy of expression in this game with his avatar. You can get this whole place toe up. You get men stirred up. That's what men need to do. Especially the American men need to get stirred up with this bull crap. And need to stop fearing death. Because you don't have to die. Standing uprightness. Do what's right. And what's right is flip this game towards peace. It don't have to be world peace. Flip this world to common sense in the game. And then finish the game off in peace and not fear. The world don't have to. This game doesn't have to end. I'm fine with the game being here. Fine. But we need to start telling each other, hey, this a game. Now they know enough of us know this a game and this a dream. And we don't have to go through the tunnel of light. And we can tell those people that's got that bright light in your eyeball, look, move the light. Can y'all move out the way? Move out the way. Move out the way. Oh, you didn't finish your purpose. Don't tell me my purpose. Don't judge me. Move out my way. How can someone judge you? Listen, people. If they're made of the same substance you're made out of. If you sit yourself inside of a book, then someone can judge you. If you say, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Can anyone prove that just because you reject books that you're punished? Can they prove it? No. They can't prove it. Just your imagination running away with you. They can't prove it. Prove it. Well, they said, he said, it said, they wrote. Prove it. Prove it. No one can prove it. So all I'm saying is, don't be a headless angel. Don't be a headless angel. I did. Okay, so let me go back to the other one I was at. Well, first, let me do this right quick. I'm gonna go back to that W word. Zeus and Odin are two of the most respected deities in the pantheons. What is this? Pantheons. While both are similar in aspect, their differences are many. Odin is wiser, more philosophical god, while Zeus appears more powerful yet selfish and self-serving. Yeah, that does sound like Inky, Isis, Jesus. And in that character that people think of Jesus now, does it seem self-serving, huh? Well, when you think about Inky and you think about Enlil, Enlil is supposed to be the one over the dome. But uh, anyway. Check this out. Far more powerful. Jesus is so much more powerful than Zeus. It's not even funny. Jesus is God with a capital. See, this is what people see. This is the trickery right here. This is the trickery. See, that's the trickery. See, look, they'll say this. They'll say, "Oh, he's lowercase g, God, like a demigod." Y'all, the whole point is they'll say there is only one God, but it's a lie. That's the lie. They acknowledge there's more, y'all. Even though God don't mean nothing, it's duality. The whole point is when it gets you to thinking yours is the best or this brother's the best, this is the strongest. That's how they get people. So look, anyway, Odin is the god of war and the dead. He rules over this. Okay, y'all ready for it? The Hall of the Slain. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. We Americans who think that everything here is founded in righteousness better get it together. Better get it together. The hall of this, okay? However, look at this. Wahola, the hall of fame. Oh boy. See what I'm saying? Memoirs named for Norse pagan. Y'all see the Norse? Y'all do know I say about the Norse here, right? These people play too much. That looked like that floor. Hold up. Wait a minute. I knew it was part of the continent, but I didn't think it was. Oh, look at the angles. Interesting. 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 Mm-hmm. 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 Right here in America. Mm-hmm. Look at all these people looking at all this. Mm-hmm. 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 Can I zoom in, please? Picture. Y'all tripping. I just want to look at that. It says I can zoom in, but evidently I need it to be large screen. Nothing surprised me these days. So it seems like they want to take off the head of America, and they're announcing it. But if you take the head off America, then that means that everybody else gonna fall too. You know. And then you got the hangman popped up there. I was reading that, telling y'all what these people that believe in this stuff thinks. You know. In a situation that you are not happy with, feeling stuck in a trap. That's the game, though, or a frame of mind not making you happy, but you have the power to release yourself. So this is what these people that believe in this kind of stuff, this is what they believe in. I mean, check this out. They got even a software. It's a utility software program developed and used by Samsung. Everything's AI. Everything goes AI. Let me look at some images right quick. Do they gain? Let me look see if they say anything in the news about this. Oh, shucky ducky. What? Duo Officer McKnight and K9 Odom. Wow, when was the hell was this? August 2nd. Interesting. 333. There you have it. 333. All these threes. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Interesting. His name is Odom. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Oh, that's 11. A 9/11's finna happen. K9. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. K is 11. A 9/11 finna happen. Amazing 9/11 duo. Two things finna happen. McKnight. So there's gonna be something doing with the light. Emergency orange. I don't supposed to be doing this on this video, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Wow. Dark night deceit. Gee whiz. Dog, which is God. A 9/11 God. Odin. Anything else? Okay, let's go to something else. Let's go out. Summer vacation. Odom. Let's look at this Odom. Because remember, this is television. This is visual. So they do everything. 9/11 right there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. That would be 17. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. 17. 9/11. Real Q 9/11. Okay, I get that. Q. Q is 17, right? 7 and 1 is 8. So it's a reset through an emergency. They're going summer renovation. This is August 9th. Odom school complete. But these people got jokes. Interesting. Odom Uber's stateful. Global. Odom. The one-eyed. Oh boy, can't nobody tell me nothing. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? This all a game, y'all. Look at Odin. This is power. Phillies renters demand better living conditions from Odom properties. She wrong for that outfit she got on right there. Girl, do better. Gee whiz. Just saying, this is power. I need to put that in gematria right there. That seems like a coded word. Power to the renters. Well, you can't really tell anybody what to charge for their stuff. The regular renters who don't have a whole bunch of properties will lose their properties in order for the oligarchs to get their properties for cheap. Oldest Odom inscription discovered in Danish Gold. Now imagine now, this video literally started out with the Olympus. I know we lost that whole concept, didn't we? We just went off it, didn't it? No, it blends into real life, real time. They setting up things for Odin. I mean, you can pick another name. They setting up things for Enki, Enlil, pick one. Okay. It's all about that money, honey. That Oz, that OZ, the ounces, the Wizard of Oz. Okay? Look at that little horse. Child, got my braid and everything. Wow. And when I do videos, I don't do videos like regular commentators. I do videos like I'm talking to my spouse. I'll be like, boy, you see there? What? And he'd be like, what? That's how I do video. I do it like I'm talking to a relative. I'm talking to a homegirl. I'm talking to a bro, you know? Like, bruh, you see this? My children be saying, bruh. I be like, what's that there, bruh? Okay, I can use that too. They laugh at me. I say, bruh, but it's cool, bruh. Maybe that mama just something else. I sure am. You just be able to get. My daughter had a classmate that got ran over because he had a device in his hand crossing the street, a seat right beside her, and I was like, "Ooh, that ain't good at all." Snapdragon, interesting. Oldham. That's how you make it in this world. You name stuff after the God you serve, and that's how you make it. Especially you when you're old ones inside the game. I'm eating a grape, y'all, so look on me. All right, y'all. Well, there you have it here in America. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Appreciate you always for listening and watching and hanging with me.